Let's break down the 4 compound schedules discussed in the TCO, and I'm going to give you some key things to help you discriminate the differences. A good rule of thumb for studying these schedules is to, at minimum, know a few specific details, like how many behaviors should be targeted with the specific schedule, are there SDs that are associated with that schedule, and are there associated keywords. In the concurrent schedules of reinforcement, there must be at least 2 target behaviors and at least 2 schedules of reinforcement. Each of the schedules corresponds to a specific behavior, and each schedule has an SD. This means that the client is able to discriminate which schedule goes with which behavior. And a good keyword for this schedule is, when breaking down test questions, look for the word choice. In this schedule, a client can choose between the different behaviors based on response effort proportional to the schedule of reinforcement. So more difficult behaviors are connected to more valuable and thicker schedules of reinforcement. Next, we have multiple schedules of reinforcement, which has only 1 targeted behavior and at least 2 schedules of reinforcement. The schedules are presented randomly and independently, and each schedule has an SD associated with it, and that signals the schedule that's currently in effect, which means that the client knows exactly what needs to be done, meaning the criteria for contacting reinforcement. And the associated keyword here is random. So think random and signal has an SD. The chain schedules of reinforcement can target 1 or more behaviors that are a part of a behavior chain, and there are at least 2 schedules of reinforcement that are available successively. That means in a specific order, like a behavior chain, but they act independent of each other. And each schedule has an associated SD that signals the schedule that's currently in effect. This means the client knows the criteria for contacting reinforcement. The associated keyword here is in order, meaning the schedules and behaviors must be delivered and completed in a specific order. So reinforcement means there were correct responses and they occurred in the correct order. And finally, the mixed schedules of reinforcement. This is almost identical to the multiple schedules in that there is only 1 targeted behavior and at least 2 schedules of reinforcement that are presented randomly and independently. Where mixed and multiple differ is that in the mixed schedule, each schedule does not have an associated SD that signals the schedule that's currently in effect. This means that the client does not know what schedule is in place and only finds that out when they meet that schedule's requirements. The associated keyword here, like the multiple schedule, is random, but this one is random and unsignaled, no SD. And the takeaway is that at minimum, know these specific details for each compound schedule. This will help you break down test questions. Now, of course, you should understand the workings of each schedule, the effects on responding, and when to use each one. But just knowing how many behaviors, is there an SD or no SD, or any valuable keywords can help you a lot. Hope that helps.